Welcome to today's deep dive. We are really glad you're joining us for this one.
We definitely are.
You likely already know the story of Malaysia Airlines flight MH370. I mean, we all remember the headlines from when that plane vanished.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
Right. But our mission today is to look at this familiar tragedy from a completely different angle. We are examining an English learning dialogue that uses this profound historical event to teach language.
And because we're dealing with a global tragedy here, and since this text is designed for English beginners, we are keeping our own discussion today very clear and simple.
And measured. So, okay, let's unpack this. I have to ask, using such a heavy unsolved tragedy for a beginner language lesson seems, well, a bit risky.
It really does.
How does the text pull that off without feeling out of place?
Well, it works because it stays incredibly objective
Yeah.
and focuses mostly on empathy instead of your typical textbook topics like, I don't know, ordering food.
Food ordering at a restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. This dialogue anchors the language retention to a profound real-world event. It makes the words much more memorable. It actually starts with the raw facts from March 8, 2014, noting the plane was traveling from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing.
And when you look at the raw numbers presented there, 239 people on board and 154 of them from China,
It hits you.
it really hits you how massive this loss was.
Yeah, and that is the core of their approach.
Yeah.
By grounding the story in those numbers, the lesson naturally introduces essential vocabulary, like the words flight and passenger.
So you learn the words while absorbing the sheer weight of the human element.
Right, you can't help but feel it.
The text then moves into the disappearance itself. Just 40 minutes after takeoff, the plane lost contact. It completely vanished from radar.
Without a trace.
Yeah, and the dialogue uses this moment to teach the words contact and mystery. Even knowing the story, the details still give me chills, to be honest. I mean, they never even sent a help signal.
What's fascinating here is the absolute silence of it all.
Yeah, the silence.
The lesson highlights that sudden silence to explain the concept of a mystery. In an age where we are constantly connected, a massive aircraft vanishing without a single distress call really challenges everything we assume about modern travel.
It completely upends it. And that silence triggered an unprecedented international response. The dialogue details how multiple nations spent years collaborating. They sent high-tech ships and underwater cameras deep into the Indian Ocean.
And through that search effort, the text introduces the word aviation. It defines it very simply as the science and industry of flying planes.
Right.
But it places that definition right next to the sobering reality that despite global cooperation and advanced technology, the main part of the plane was never found.
Which shows the real limits of modern aviation.
Exactly.
That contrast is powerful. The lesson offers a gentle way to learn vocabulary, but it never lets you forget the families. Think about the relatives of those passengers who have waited many years for answers that still haven't come.
And the dialogue makes a point to echo that empathy. It doesn't just end as a dry language drill.
No, it doesn't.
It leaves you with a touching reminder to never forget the people on that flight and to cherish every single moment with your own loved ones.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, we are left with two clear takeaways. This text serves as a highly thoughtful tool for learning English, proving that serious topics can genuinely aid education.
Absolutely.
But more importantly, it stands as a respectful memorial to a tragedy that affected so many.
Before we go, though, here's a final thought for you to ponder. We live in an era where our phones track our every step and our data is constantly logged.
Everywhere we go.
Right. If a massive commercial airliner can still completely vanish without a trace, what does that reveal about how vast and mysterious our planet's oceans still truly are?